Welcome back to Dirt to Daytona, folks. Today we are racing Darlington, and for the truck race, I went in and I started the race and realized it was only 33 laps at very long race. So I'm definitely going to change it to endurance for the truck races at least. Did post a poll about the length of the races for the Cup Series. Did note in that the next race that you will have seen, which is already in the past tense obviously by now because I've run North Carolina, I've run Las Vegas, and I've run Atlanta, all at the very long distance for the Cup Series by the time you see this one. And the distance is pretty nominal to what we run in the Truck Series currently if we were in the endurance length. But anyway, by the time I run the next Cup Series, or maybe two, I'll leave that poll up for a little while. I mean, it's going to stay up, but I'll judge it after a couple days. Where I'm racing a bunch today. I'm going down to Milwaukee tomorrow for a baseball game. Of course, again, by now it's all past tense, Sunday, June 11th. But I'm going to be down there, so I won't be recording on Sunday. Therefore, next time I record, which will be on the following Thursday, I will know at that point if you guys want endurance in the Cup Series as well. Again, that's up to you. The race length seems to be pretty okay for the Cup Series at very long. It's not about the time it takes me to run the races. That doesn't bother me. It's about the time that I put out with videos. If you really do want those races to be that long, that's fine by me. I just need to know what you guys want because obviously this content is for you. Jump into our garage real quick. Always have our original dirt car just sitting over there. Junk pile. Run up to career settings. And again, for the truck series, we're going back to endurance. I'm recording 4 races today. So if we do change the Cup Series to endurance, that's going to be probably a week away. It's not going to be in the next few videos, but who cares? We'll figure it out, right? Like I was saying, we've got Darlington Raceway today. Pretty excited. I love the track. It's going to be difficult. I will say this. I had to run the track. I had to run the race one lap to find out how many laps were in the race and found out there were 33 laps in the race. But what I did also notice was I was only 2/10 in front of the trucks behind me, and I pretty much ran a perfect lap. So definitely not going to be dominating this one. It's going to be a fight, and I'm really looking forward to it. I just hope that I'm able to focus the whole time and not wreck the truck. Get out there, qualify, do the best we can so we can start up front and have minimal issues staying up front, hopefully. Wow, 30.164. We were at 30.2 flat, like 30.202. So we'll see if we can run our best qualifying lap possible. All right, here we go. Front stretch to qualifying. All right, put the truck a little sideways there. Not intentional, not intentional. Didn't actually scrub that much speed off when we did it, so that's all right. And cut it down here. All right, well, we dominated, so that was pretty nice. Took a whole 10th off, exactly a whole 10th off, so that is nice. Got Fazoli's on the back of the truck. I had 2 restaurant logos that for sponsors. I picked Fazoli's and Applebee's because they're the only 2 restaurants I've actually ever worked in. So thought it would be kind of funny to have my own experience. Fazoli's was actually my first job ever when I was 15 years old. And then Applebee's when I was like 18, I was a host. There we have it. Numero uno place. I think we would just really tear up the tires if we did that type of a run the whole time. So hopefully everyone is kind of in the same position. They ran their strongest lap there, and they're not going to be able to maintain those kinds of speeds. Should be interesting to see how this goes.
Welcome to NASCAR's oldest super speedway, Darlington Raceway in South Carolina. I'm Alan Bestwick, the lady in black, the granddaddy of them all. Call it what you will, but Darlington is always one thing, a challenge. This unique mile-and-a-third egg-shaped oval has well earned the nickname, the track too tough to tame.
Well, you know, we tamed it last year. Hopefully we can do it again this year.
It's set. The race is going green. There's the green flag. All clear.
I don't think that we used our clutch. Boy, you see how the way the back end just drops when you shift the gears? It's pretty funny. Hard shifts there, hard shifts. Got a really good jump, which is nice. we can just increase a tenth a lap would be nice. I mean, obviously we got that first jump, but now as you can see, it's pretty close. 67 laps, 2-stop race. Gotta be careful here. A little loose early on. Not sure if that's gonna remain loose, but or we're gonna wear out our tires and it's going to get even looser. That's another possibility. Truly the goal this season, be as dominant as possible. It's the last season in the Truck Series. And then, of course, next season we will be only in the Cup Series, which will be pretty nice. I mean, as you guys are aware, there's a lot more races in the Cup Series. Expect to hopefully come through the Cup Series and win the championship within the 3rd year at the latest. We'll give it 3 seasons regardless, partially because of it's what we've done. Even if we were to say win the Cup Series championship next year like we did with the trucks last year, we'll give it that 3rd season as well. The other reason is because when I start the next series, which I already know exactly what I'm doing, there's a lot of work that will go into it because I'm taking a game that exists. I'm going to modify the game. Part of it's going to be with you guys, the subscribers. The other part of it is going to be changing the game from not only just a racing game, but also to like a role-playing style game where the custom drivers will level up. I have control over all that, so it'll be a whole thing that I do. So I really need to I need time to get it all set up. You guys will be well aware of what's going on with that well before we get to that point where we're actually doing recordings for that series, because those of you who will end up being involved in it as far as having your own characters in it, I will be having to talk to about some things. Thought about adding my Discord to this. I think that I think when I do that other series, we'll add a NASCAR page or a racing page to my current Discord channel, and you guys can jump on over with an invite so that I can also have communication with you guys, because your custom driver, the way that you'll level up will be based on points earned by race performance, so that even if I'm out there winning championships, you guys will be looking and watching your own drivers as well. Probably should have came off the brake or gas. Good. It's going to cost us a lot. So more to come on that, but that's another reason why I'll be running at the 3 seasons. Even if we win the championship season, or even if we win the championship next year, we'll run the 3rd season out in the Cup Series. Lots more to come on that, but we've got some racing to do, and as you know, if I just talk the whole time, it'll be an hour-long video. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up the rest of the first stint. We'll be back with you guys. Caution, some crazy action, or when we do end up going into the pits. All right, we're about to be at 3 laps to go at the line. So let's bring this back up, see when it turns to 3 laps to see when we're going to pit. And just before that, so we're going to pit not this time round, but the next time round. Been a clean race. We made very mild contact with Melons. I mean, just the slightest contact. I was surprised it actually even registered. But it did, so yay for that. Got a lot of trucks on pit road right now. We should have plenty of fuel to get us around and get us to the pit area. I forgot. This is not great. I did forget. Oh, I don't want to be. I couldn't remember. I can't remember what the speed limit is for the pits. Ooh. I guess it doesn't matter. We got in and we didn't get blasted. How Schneider didn't just destroy us, I don't know, but I really appreciate that driving. I don't know. It might be a 45-mile-an-hour pit lane. I don't know, but we got on clean. That's what matters most. This is the next fun part. Get up on this portion in 1 and 2. Blast past some of these other trucks. Get up on the straight. We are smooth sailing. Of course, the relative has to catch up as always. That was pretty nice. And I actually think it's going to put us in an even better position than we were in before. As we can see, this Bickle right here, this is to lap him. So that's pretty nice. Not as fast as I thought they would be. Obviously, they're not slow, but they definitely were. Everyone was a lot tighter at Daytona. We weren't lapping people until the very end. So it's kind of cool that we're able to run this nice here. I mean, we absolutely decimated the field last year at Darlington. I want to say we had everyone lapped at least once, maybe even more. So, I mean, I'm taking this race as a grain of salt. I love this track. I love this race. So it's the racetracks that I have challenges with. I'm pretty sure Martinsville is the next one we'll run. I really want to have a much better race than I had last year. Yeah, we won at Martinsville, but if you recall, it was pretty much a shit show the entire race. So I definitely want to make sure that I'm in a better spot than I was last year. Even if we're not going to win the race, I mean, that race last year was rough. And I know we won a lot of the races we did race last year, and hopefully we're able to replicate that this year. I just can tell. I mean, I can tell already that, I mean, they're probably not twice what they were overall. I guess we're, I don't know, 50% better. I think before we even went into the first pit stop last year, we had everybody lapped. And obviously, as you can tell, we're about 15 seconds off of having Crawford lapped. Now, can I lap the whole field again? Maybe. Would I be upset about that? Absolutely not. Who is sad about winning on legendary difficulty, right? But really just a matter of knowing that I don't need to do anything stupid. Don't have to make reckless decisions. In the Cup Series, we're back to having a pretty low-end car, so I am making more reckless decisions. I have, a lot more contact with the cars on the track and things like that. Obviously, you don't know what I'm talking about, but you'll see. I will preface this with, it is pretty crazy. The action is a lot greater, obviously, in the Cup Series right now, and they race quite a bit differently. I will say that they are more aggressive and at the same time seem to be more aware of your line. I don't know if it's the spot where the AI recognizes that you're there in the Truck Series, it seems like they just don't really notice you very soon at all. And in the Cup Series, like if you get a good run on a corner and you're right on their rear fender, probably a quarter of the way up, they'll make sure if they're coming down, you'll probably see it in one of the videos, they will make sure that they move out of the way. Ooh, that's interesting. He's heading into the pits because of a problem, not because he's got a pit. So anyway, the car will, move out of the way. But on the same side, you'll have the cars that are way faster than everybody else. They make extremely aggressive moves to get in front of other cars. They'll smash into them. They'll jump to the outside and hit the wall, wreck themselves. I had in the episode that you will have seen by now, which is The Rock, pretty sure that the only caution I brought out was the very first caution, and that was from me going 4 wide. I panicked. I don't think that I had to bring out the caution. I panicked because I saw 4 wide, and I just panicked. I should have kept my foot in it. I should have tried to keep my line. You know, I've said it before. I'll say it again. Finite driving with a controller on a game from 2001, 2002 is not what it'll be. You know, if I was using my steering wheel and I was on a more modern game, I could have probably held it. It just would have held my line and been fine. But after that was the only wreck I caused, and we did have contact a couple times, but we didn't have that much contact. It was a pretty interesting race. I really do like The Rock. You know, I said it a bunch of times before it, I think. So, it was very interesting how different the Cup cars run. And of course, by the time you're watching this video, you've seen we ran, as I said, North Carolina, Las Vegas, and Atlanta. Atlanta was probably one of the more challenging ones for me. I think it's because we haven't run that one. The Rock reminds me of Dover a lot. Very fast for a short track. Atlanta, I had to tighten the car up because coming out of 4, they have that bump. It's the transition to the straight, and it goes from really high banking to pretty flat banking, kind of like this, but there's a bump, and you can see the bump, and it cost me speed. It cost me having a car that was faster. I actually had a car that I had made faster, but it was super loose, and if I hit that once wrong or at a wrong angle, or if I was high on the track and and I hit that whatever, or if I was side by side with someone else, I would have gotten loose.
Still there, all clear.
Sorry, I'm paying attention to my driving here. If I was side by side with someone else, I would have gotten loose. I would have wrecked every time, so I had to tighten up the car, which cost us. But we still put up a really good fight. We still came away with a good race result. And we're overachieving in the Cup Series right now, simply because we had the money to do so. But I think that will be more of a challenge next year than it was in year 2 for the Truck Series.
Still there.
So we'll see. I mean, I already got screwed twice with the money thing. I'm pretty sure I just need to restart the game after every single race, which takes 2 seconds anyway because it's an emulator. But it's annoying when I should have walked away with, $30,000, $40,000, something like that, and I ended up walking away with negative money. And that's a big reason why I stayed in the Truck Series this year as well. Just getting those finances to back up what I'm trying to do in the Cup Series.
All clear.
So that's what I'm doing. Enough talking, though. We've got some laps to run on this second stint to complete it so that we can get to our second pit stop, hopefully flawlessly, and we'll talk to you again when we get to that point. Well, that'll bring out a caution.
There's a spin in turn 4. The yellow's out.
I was trying to get behind him to cross him over. And, again, I've said it before. I'll say it again and again. I can't see the front end of the truck in this view. So That'll happen every once in a while. Kind of
Cars out.
sucks, especially since it's not going. We have 14 left in the tank. I don't think that pitting is going to be our last pit stop, so nothing good came of that at all. Sucks for daughter. Is aggressive. As I look at my front end, I don't even have damage. That's how minorly I touched him. I have nothing on the front end, not even a scratch on the front end of my truck. We barely missed the point that I needed. I should have let off the gas just a little bit, but I started to get a run, and that's what I wanted to pass him. So that's on me. Oh, sucks to see that John Wood got caught up in that as well. Hate to see that. Hopefully he's able to get the truck repaired and get back on the track without much incident after this caution. Got 18 laps to go in the race. 33 in the can, so we'll pit, and that'll be the last time we pit as well. And we'll be back at you when this caution is over. All right, well,
The race is going green.
apparently a lot of them just took fuel
Green flag. Car low.
because we had a bunch of trucks that were waiting to exit pit road as we were barely getting on it. So whatever, we'll pick these guys off little by little. I'll be careful. We've got a couple laps to go, more than a couple, but yeah, I mean, we're going to stick to the outside here and just ride it. Hope that
Stay high. Still there.
goes well. I don't really know. I don't really know. About to have 3 wide coming out of 2. No, didn't happen.
Still there.
Just going to hang out back here until we get a good run. So, be part of it.
Still there. All clear.
That was a little sketchy as we went below the line, but it worked out. Nice run off here.
Still there.
And ride the wall pretty much. We will definitely pass them, and we got the most laps led in the race already. That part doesn't
Still there.
matter.
Still there.
They are drafting with each other or something.
Stay high. Still
Can't
there.
say. They tried to get in behind and get that run out. Nope, they cut right down. Dang. All right. Getting a good little, getting some good action at
Stay
the end
high.
here.
Still there.
Oh, that was not intentional. All right, we need to fall in line, I guess. I don't really know. Oh, we got a good run there.
Still there.
Got room. Just the 4 of us that broke out, but
Stay high. Still there.
9 to go. Keeping you with the action, of course. I'm fresh tires. Why can't I? Should be able to just burn it around this corner. I'm just trying to get the run on Crafton to get around him, but it's not happening. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, that sucked.
Car
Oh,
low.
there's my Darlington stripe. Can't get around it without getting that at least once. All right.
Still there.
See if I can sink in behind him and carry speed out. Nope. Because I had to come off the gas there the way I entered it. All right.
All clear.
Gotta be inside. Hold
Still
it.
there.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, hitting that wall wasn't great. It definitely
Follow.
tightened up the truck.
Still there. Clear low. You're all clear.
Here we go. Hold it. All right. 1 to go. If I could just get inside of him. Just 1 car to go, not 1 lap to go.
Still there.
There we go.
Still there.
There it is. That was That was a really challenging little run there. I enjoyed it. We'll be back with it with 2 to go. Here we are, 2 to go. Have I got an update for you? When I said all those trucks were waiting to exit pit lane as I was just getting on pit lane, it must not have stopped. Every single truck had to pit that was in front of us at that restart. So with this last lap happening right here, judging by how we just passed Presley as he came out of the pit, as long as Dickhead Ratner doesn't wreck my race right now, we will lap. No Rick, there it is. And we will have lapped the whole field. So that battle was fun to watch, but there was absolutely no reason for it because I could have just laid back and waited for them to pit. I had no idea that they were going to have to go into the pit again. But it was cool. I mean, I had to do a little strategy, a little top down, a little get inside before the corners so that they washed up a little bit and we could get the... It was action is what I'm trying to say. We gave you some action at the end of the race, which is kind of fun on a track that we otherwise dominated. We walk away with $207,805 for that victory. Our Darlington stripe cost us about $1,000. Worth it. Savoy wins. Finishing first after an intense race, Tony Savoy dominated the field at Darlington. While talking to reporters, Savoy blurted out some bullshit that he never would have done in real life because I'm humble. Race results, top 5, because I must have skipped it. Savoy, Presley, Crawford, Crafton, No Rick. Bring out your top 5. Wood ended up finishing 15th. I only mentioned that because he was involved in the only crash, and Daughter finished 33rd. My apologies to Bob and Daughter for barely touching him and him just absolutely getting. Obviously, 2 up, 2 down. We are leading everybody at 35 points. That money puts us, back in the 6-figure available fundage area. Remember, we did put one more upgrade on the Cup car before the last race, Atlanta. Not sure if it is affected at Atlanta. Therefore, it should be interesting as we are traveling over to Darlington in the Cup Series in the next episode. $1.3 million up for grabs, and that, folks, is exciting. I will be, again, reducing the race for that one, but it should probably still be somewhere around the same distance as we just ran in the Truck Series. And again, as I said, beginning or middle of the episode, whenever I said that, the poll that I put out, I'll be looking at that for Thursday, June 15th is when I'll be recording after today the next time. So you'll get a week worth of episodes, but then for the Thursday set of recording, I will base what I do going forward on those recordings. That is going to do it for this episode, though, folks. I do want to take a moment out to say thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. And as always, until next time, you take care.